Boom. What up with y'all? It's your man, Digital Pit Boss. I got a call on the back phone from my man. Y'all know who he is, Black Ink. He said he want to go in again tonight. He got some more updates. I got a brother that's listening in who kind of he said, Black Ink, your goddamn information might not be no real facts. So if my brother, let me see, what is his name? What's my brother's name? Mr. Hunt. Mr. Hunt, if you watching, you gonna see how we get down. We ain't coming with that felonious. We just mad at somebody and we got something to say. We like to come in and with some research. So maybe the research needs better research, but we ain't just popping shit off the top of our head. So with that, I'm Digital Pit Boss. I present to you Black Ink. This is Melanation, Fragmentation, Dissemination. Black Ink, what you think? The game is on you, brother.
Hey, so I'm over here in the Funk Lab, and I got some words on the vine on the how we gonna do this here? Let me pull myself up out the bootstraps. Okay, so I was on the Twitterverse, and the word out there in the airwaves is that there's this little trouble in paradise. Oh, it's not so nice. I think they ran out of beans and rice. Somebody saw the video we posted and not only thought twice, but thought thrice is nice. Yeah. Nature boy, you're posting like you're a stamp. You're cold lamping like a post. And instead of adding on, you're losing from coast to coast. There's division, a fractricide, a breakup, a shake up. Call it a dengue virus, rainy season, quake up. Wake up! Ding ding, dengue. Yeah, it's not nice to fool with Mother Nature. So anyway, Nature Boy, he's been posting like a stamp today. About 4 or 5 posts, I say, to one post from the breakaway nature girl Yaya, formerly known as Yaya. But she ain't no more Yaya. She's no. Gotta go. She's not gonna play the second fiddle. Ho. I told you so. Now see, if you know better, you'd show better. But somebody took that Babylon mentality, that poverty ghetto consciousness down to the tropics. Not knowing that instead of a 4-season going, you got 6 months of the dry season, the sunny times, the good times. Good times. Nature boy got crimes. I don't make these rhymes. Like I said, then you got 6 months of the wet, the rainy, the drip, drop, thunder, clap, and it don't stop. Rainy season starts out like 22 inches around the month of May, flowers after April showers. And then the snakes and the slithery spiders come out in all weird hours. 25 inches, 22 inches of rain, creepy crawlers in May. Then June, July, August, September, October, November, it goes up to 31 inches of rain per month. Imagine all the rivers, the creeks, the waterfalls, and the new formed lakes. Yes, Yaya left the gates. She posted one video today and she laid out her perspective on Nature Boy's polygamous ideologists and disagreed with his mentalist. So she posted one video. Brother Man tried to post two videos that I could see he snatched down off his Facebook page because there was too much dissension in the ranks. Too many people disagreeing and saying, Nature Boy, you're wrong. The camp is divided. And there's been a parting in the sea. See? This is a fact. You can go and look before, if you can, go on your Facebook and find somebody who shared that Nature Boy video and get it off their page and check the rage. Because what he's doing is what I call collateral damage control. Control. The con of the troll. The troll patrol con. The con man. Oh, yeah. He's trying to put a little band-aid on a shotgun wound. And his tribe is hemorrhaging. He's posting videos that there's so much static from the waterfalls, from the torrential rains that come down every day, 22 inches in the month of May, that you can't even hear what he's trying to say. Say what you want, but don't leave us here in Babylon. Yes, the cookie is starting to crumble. And Nature Boy is starting to act like one of these mumble raps. Sounds like crap. Don't let them little bullet ants bite you in the back. There's a reason they call them Costa Rican bullet ants. They say if you take a bite from one of them in this rainy season, for 24 hours, it feels like you've been shot by a bullet, and there's nothing that can be done to remove that pain, son. Then there's the Brazilian creepy crawler jumping spiders, that their favorite place in the rainy season from May to November is to come in your tent, hide in your clothes, jump in your socks, rest in your shoes. Yeah, I don't blame the people. They're all dressing in clothes and covering with blankets because it's cold where you're at. It's the rainy season and it just started. How about that? Got another 5 months to be exact. And nature is going to take its toll and crack you in your back. I told you it's not nice to fool with Mother Nature. And by the way, if you're going to be in a country that the national and official language is Spanish, you might want to get a little extra mannish. Be respectful to the ticos and the ticas that see you at them watering holes with your Freaka tribe. When they say, oh, are you from Limon? Are you Jamaican? You should be polite and not be the ugly, ogreous, trolling American. Because they know where you're from by how you act. They can see your swag and they can see what you jack. Lickety split and cracker jack. How you gonna act? And that's a fact. Now, the Nature Boy report is this. Yaya left, and now all of a sudden the brother is calling her a demon. He's putting out videos where he's jumping off cliffs. He's cliff diving, saying he can fly. She left, and she broke him down with polygamy. Brother couldn't explain anything. Called her a demon. When yesterday, she was the God. Remember that? The black woman is God. But like I said before in my expose, if you leave the crew, you become demonic lay. And no matter what, that's what Nature Boy and his crew and his tribe gonna say. So I'm glad Yaya left. Come on back. Come on the show. We want to talk to you though. I got a good 20 questions for you, and I'll be very with my bread thorough. like Henry David Thoreau on Walden Pond, back to nature, exploring the freedom that we leave and only find that we took whatever was in our mind from where we left with us to get on the grind, even if it's in nature, you will find. Yes, sir, will do. I see you, DJ Kuda. Hey, Pitt, send that brother a link on the back chat or post it in the room so he can call in and add on to these facts. Hashtag FACTSs.
And let me just say then to DJ Kuda, put your press a one if you want to come on the show.
He just texted me.
Oh, okay. So let me get the email. I think I got it. I'll send it over.
Yeah. Hey, man, I appreciate you letting me come on with this like breaking news because a lot of this hasn't been posted on to YouTube yet. And I'm glad you grabbed that video of Yaya and put it on your page because the propaganda move now is that Nature Boy put up 2 videos in response to her, what you put on your page, right? And then he snatched them down and put up some other shit as some filler buster. But I think he snatched them down because the response from the audience was so divisive that he couldn't handle the political fallout. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if you have any of the little pieces that you thought were pertinent, a little like 1 minute, 2 minute clip of Yaya going in on him, I would appreciate if you played it on this live feed before DJ Kuda comes in. Is that possible, my brother?
I wouldn't know where. I can go queue it up while you're talking. I can go find it.
Okay, no problem. Because see, when I was doing the quick research for this Snap show, you know, when we got breaking news, we got to come in live. But this brother snatched the videos down so quick, it made me think, oh shit, he knows some stuff about to hit the fan. And like my cousin said, when the shit hits the fan, nigga, and the rent is due, you better start selling farts. Yaya left the Melanation, Fragmentation, Dissemination, and she has a great story to tell, y'all. If you're tuning in right now, go look at what Pit Boss snatched off and ripped from the Facebook, because you know we're friends of Brittany Stevenson, better known as Nature Girl Yaya. Now she's known as the Mass Star. She's about to take Nature Boy way far. Past the cars with a lot of chocolate bars. She gonna let it be known, and we really are reaching out to you, Yaya, if you're watching. Come on in. We won't make you get naked and take booty shots from the back like Nature Boy's posting on his Facebook app, trying to show you to be a big old sack with your booty cheeks out. Showing your ass, girl. But you let him do that. See, he's trying to be the black Hugh Hefner. And you were his jungle bunny. You talk about on the video how you knew when, I guess it was Fiery or EJ, one of them light-skinned girls came down and you could hear him on the phone. You said you was in the kitchen cooking them beans and rice. Yeah, yeah. But you could hear in your inner ear that echo of that nigga talking about, yeah, baby, come on down. And you seen this shit rise to the occasion. And you ran in there and said, oh, no, I'm not having this. And she came down anyway. And your intuition was true. Yeah, yeah. This brother's hurt that you left him because you have some jewels, some kibbles, some bits. The gravy train. You got the information that can take that brother to a brain strain. Just a few more pokes, and he's going to have the wrong kind of different strokes. See, when you was there, I would imagine you gave him a good time and a hard direct. But now that you're gone, he's having a hard time and a soft erect. I know, I know. They call you Yaya for a reason. But I'm gonna leave that alone because you know, you still God to me, baby sister. Probably young enough to be my daughter. And on that note, I'm gonna fall back and see who's gonna holler. Gotta take a little break for the situate and give me a little sip so I can stay great. Holler back. I'm gonna fall back.
I guess Pitt boss got to take over the show. Well, here's the deal. Black Ink went in, did the research. We explained what I learned on the show was that there was a series of different cult type followings. Father Yaya, Father Yod. We got Yaya on my mind. Okay, we got Father Yod. Y'all know the drill. You've seen the show. Apparently, in connection with the release of that show, we're not sure if it has any connection to what's occurring, but illustrated in that show was how these things take place, right? So, okay, let me get this camera right. Okay, so what I noticed is that the fractionation of their group just apparently began to fall apart to such a degree that the white boy seems to be gone. We know Yaya, she's still in Costa Rica, she say. She doesn't still want to come back. But one of the things they stressed is, you know, they living in a house and they have Wi-Fi and all the pleasing things that so-called Babylonian system provides. So the main thing about this was to push out the point that it's the Peter Pan syndrome, the ridiculousness of thinking that you could just go off and move into the forest, you know, and play like you're going to put together a family. Now you've created a side cult that lives online, all on Facebook, acting like they're the reflection that they're going to ascend. So when you get into these ideas of ascending, when you ask them direct questions, you don't get direct answers. I can't say, what does ascend mean? And then they're going to turn around and give me the breakdown of ascend. It has to be doublespeak. It has to not really say exactly what you mean, or else the truth is out. But then you have people that want to defend this and get upset because you expose the fraud. This is that bullshit. This is why slavery lasted so long, because there was white folks who wanted to deny that this shit was wrong, to the white folks who apparently wanted to change it, like the Quakers. Then you had white folks who didn't want to change. So the more people spoke out, the more angry those that wanted to keep it the same remained, and the cycle continues. Well, the conscious community of the day, as you know, coming from Pitt Boss, I dropped that goddamn arm and hammer on their ass, and I made a direct accusation that they practicing black magic in the form of Satanism and blackface. I've yet to get an intellectual response. Nature Boy is a part of that. Ahmed Ross Squad is a part of that. Sadnetta is a part of that. Young Pharaoh's a part of that. Natural Tahuti was a part of that. Sarah Seti is a part of that. Bill Valentine's a part of that. Dr. Clark is a part of that. Dr. Ben is a part of that. Then we get to the white face. And now Alice Bailey is a part of that. And Ayn Rand is a part of that. And Margaret, Margaret Damn, I gave her a nickname and then forget her name. Margaret Sanger is a part of that.
Margaret Smacker.
Margaret Sanger is a part of that. And Alice Bailey is a part of that. And Aleister Crowley is a part of that. And the German freethinkers are a part of that. And the Ashkenazi Jews are a part of that. Hollywood is a part of that. Now, what's the counter to all that? Well, counter all of that is the economic upliftment of black folks, perpetuating themselves to their own nation, to become nationalized. Who pushing nationalization? Is it the civil rights leader? Hell no. They're a part of that shit. Is it the church today? Hell no. They're a part of that shit. Well, who was doing it? It's the black nationalists. That's who was doing it. Not the black nationalists of today necessarily, not necessarily. They got a lot of syncretism inside of their information. A lot of syncretism inside of their information. See, my brother got the camera back on. Black Ink, what you think?
Well, brother, you hit the nail on the head with what you just said. It's so far reaching, it's like PhDing to somebody in kindergarten. And so, on that note, if we take it back to the fundament of the Melanation, they're building a nation based on the paradigm that the black woman is God. That right there is antithetical, because the first and greatest commandment is, in one sense, Old Testament. It says, I am the Lord your God, and I am a jealous God who has brought you out of the land of Egypt, and you shall have no other gods before me. I take that in a personal sense, that you can't put no other gods before the God in you. Now, when they elevate in Melanation on the paradigm that the black woman is God, they put the black woman on this pedestal before the God himself. Now it's considered what I call idol worship. You shall have no other gods before me, before the God himself. So on that note, I see Brother DJ Kuda entered the room, and my whole point is
Hey.
this. Brother, hold on, mute your mic, because
Okay.
I want to finish this
All
and
right.
then let you have the floor. I'm glad you joined us.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
Okay, so mute your mic out, and then let me finish this off. Give me 2 minutes, and then you jump on this. I'm gonna
Okay.
give you a lead in. So here we go. With the Melanation, they're building up a paradigm on the black woman is God, and then he's talking about polygamy for the man and monogamy for the woman, eliminating her choice to decide if she wants to agree with this type of situation in the Melanation, based on the paradigm that the black woman is God and elevated on a pedestal. But then he's putting his own Babylonian rules, that jailhouse mentality, that plantation corrupt situation where he's the master, the boss, the overseer. He can have as many pussies as he wants, but the woman can only have his dick, in some real player type shit. Now, before I let the floor go, he's all about some androgyny, weirdo, LGBT, mostly parenthesis question mark. It doesn't matter what you are. Just come down here and fuck with nature. And I'm your boy. And Yaya left, and now his Clyde is alone, and Bonnie then went renegade. DJ Kuda, What's the latest update that you've got from the back chats?
Oh man, I just saw what you said, man. I didn't know she left, man. But I mean I saw it coming. I already called it. I knew it was gonna come. Like I said in other podcasts that she's the glue in the situation. She's the glue, and when she gone, baby, oh man, you got to find somebody else. And I'm pretty sure somebody there is gonna take her spot, but I don't think it's gonna be as effective, man. He's on a decline right now, man. He's on a decline right now, and I think it came from what he saw. I think they all heard your show, and the thing is that with the whole situation is that holes in the boat for someone to cover, man. It's like the ship is going down, and you know, I don't know, man. This is crazy. This is really crazy, and
Well, well, brother,
mm,
here's the thing. I believe that they not only saw the show, I
they
agree with
saw it.
you. They
Mm-hmm.
saw the show we did, the epilogue.
Yeah,
They saw an
yeah.
after effect where you went in on the relationship element and busted that
Mm-hmm.
shit down like a prison cigarette.
Yeah, they saw everything, man,
And so
and
after that, they posted videos where all of a sudden the women were not cross-eyed anymore and they put their
yep,
clothes back on. And see,
yep.
it's the rainy season over there now, and the rain goes on for 6 months. That's Mother Nature. The snakes come out, the dart frogs, the jumping spiders. Them
Mm.
motherfuckers pulled all their clothes out them tents and stacked them on the porch of the Babylon house. Brother, this dude, this dude put videos on today on Facebook
Mm.
that he snatched down part one and
Yeah.
part two about Yaya,
Mm-hmm.
and there were so many comments that showed the divide like a civil war in the
Yeah.
melanation that the niggas snatched them
She
down.
yeah, she kept everything together, man. She was really the glue, like I said, in the situation. And it's just dang, like, and they were together. Like they were exclusive. So I don't know, what that was all about, but I seen it coming because, like after you did the show, he knew that he addressed a couple of the things that you were talking about. And what you were talking about too was like, his kids being there and everything. So when I saw his videos after that, I knew for a fact he saw the show. He saw the show. But the thing is that you put too much holes in the ship that when you run over to cover one hole, the water shoots up from the other hole. And then you run over to cover the other hole, the water shoots up from the other hole. So somebody had to go. And they were listening to all this truth that a light bulb cut on. Because you cannot listen to the work that you put in and not think twice. Really. You can't listen to the work that you put in and not think twice. So he's on a decline right now, man. And it is rainy season over there, and all them poison dart frogs, them tarantulas, them snakes, you know what I'm saying? Dude, I seen this coming, but I didn't think it was gonna happen this quick. But you blindsided everybody with all the work that you put in. And when you hear that show, it's too many theories to combat. There's too many theories to combat. And then after we did the epilogue, and I'm trying to show people that, okay, this dude is clearly using his imaginations and stuff. After a while, a light bulb goes off in someone's head. It's like, okay, what am I doing for real? Like, what are we really doing out here? Like, what is this accomplishing? Even his head. But let me ask you a question, and I really wanna just see, because I thought about it. What is a teacher without no students? Like a teacher just in the classroom without no students.
A lonely pimp. No, brother.
I
Yeah,
agree. I
I
agree.
watch some of your shows. I'm gonna keep it player to player, man.
Yeah.
I grind for a living. And so I'm out there in the population dealing with the public. And
Mm-hmm.
it's all about relationships. See, I'll
Mm-hmm.
give the brother credit because he says, as a cult leader, right? And I don't subscribe to no cult shit. But
Mm.
he says as a cult leader, they not really subscribing and investing in his product as much as they're investing in Eligio, Ego, Ether Boy Prada.
Mm.
He's selling them motherfuckers prana, meaning
Mm.
he's like a breath of fresh air to motherfuckers that's in the dark.
Yeah.
And I don't mean to curse so much, but I'm gonna just keep it one hot 1,000 wow.
Yeah. Please do.
And on the relationship tip, where he fucked up was, and look, I'm okay. This is for the PG-13. If you're a dude and you're in puberty or whatever in your 30s and you're at your prime, and
Mm.
you have a bunch of women around, and you regulate and handcuff them and confine them to where they can't choose or decide if they want to be with those other lames that are over there standing back,
Mm.
looking super whack.
Mm.
Them dudes need to get their push up and pull up game up.
Mm. Mm.
So Nature Boy over there running all the women in a country where pimping is outlawed. And then
Mm.
look, prostitution is legal, so it gives the woman the right to choose to do what she want to do. And now
Yeah.
he's taking them out of Babylon into Babylon playground and then gonna handcuff them.
Mm.
It just don't work. And now he says he wants to do polygamy, right? But he's
Mm.
not about any reproductive type thing. And here was the dividing line. He brought the white girl down there
Mm.
and he was sticking his erect in that new Caucasian mutated down soft hardware unload direct. And I said in the video, I was like, oh, yeah, you the Bonnie to this nigga Clyde. But
Mm-hmm.
Nature Boy, you don't know, she might be building a case up on ya. Cause see,
Yep.
every woman measures a man.
Yep. Yep.
Literally and figuratively. She measures your mental. She measures how far she can push you. She measures how many strokes you give her when you digging in her.
Yep,
Real
your
talk.
philosophy, man. You know what's funny that you said that because I was just, and I think what really did it, what really broke it up was he was talking about polygamy. He started talking about polygamy. He said she disagreed and stuff, and I think that disagree really kind of put his philosophy out there. But the thing is, it's funny that you said that, they remember everything. I was just telling my friend the other day, vaginas. I was trying to tell him that vagina holds the DNA. And he was like, how does the vagina hold the DNA? I said, the vagina holds the DNA. Even if you use a condom and stuff, I said it on my last show, when you enter a woman, you're still pushing your energy and your intent into a woman. Like people just think sex feels good because of the friction and all that other stuff. No, you're pushing your intent, your energy. That's why a lot of hoes and stuff are confused because they have a whole bunch of dudes' energy up in them and they don't have no philosophy to back it up. I told them that vagina's like a memory foam. You ever seen like a Tempur-Pedic bed? When you lay on the Tempur-Pedic bed, it molds to your body and stuff. Every stroke, everything you do as a man goes into a woman and they record all of that stuff. Like the vagina is like a memory foam. It remembers everything. And I keep trying to tell guys that listen, man, women aren't stupid. Like they're looking at you, they're looking at your philosophy, they're seeing what you do. It doesn't matter how much times you repeat yourself. You're being judged and tested 24/7. And I think that as soon as you did the show and she did some research on her own, she saw it. She saw it. It's sad that we got to go to this extreme to make people see this shit, but she saw it.
Well, here's the thing, bro,
Mm.
is that there were too many Hollywood references and literary footnotes that
Yes.
everyone who grew up in Babylon could somehow relate to.
Yes.
And then I tied that cultism in, the
Yes.
real life. And I kept emphasizing living in tents and sleeping bags
Yeah.
and running away from Babylon.
Yeah. That ain't no king structure, man.
And then the ultimate shit is to jump off the cliff with no wings. to just say you could fly,
The leap of
or
faith.
drink that vodka mixture and go off to the spaceship, or drink the
Mm-hmm.
Kool-Aid, you
The
know.
Jim
But
Jones Kool Aid. Mm-hmm.
like you said, see, I didn't notice. We ran the epilogue, and I didn't even check the back chat with his response, and you let it out on that show. And see,
Mm.
people are watching both shows. They're watching your show a little more
Yeah.
than they're watching my show, and then going back and watching my show.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying?
They're connecting the dots.
We're cross pollinating. So this show is going to be like the follow up,
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
breaking news type shit. Cause
Yeah.
see, once you post shit, it goes out and is shared. You can't retract it, but he tried to
Yeah.
retract it.
Yep.
And now I'm just letting people know there's a fracture side. And we were part of that. And I want to give credit where credit is due, because when
Man.
you pointed out to me that he mentioned he failed about his baby mamas and stuff, he gave a lame ass excuse that he failed to articulate himself properly. He didn't say he
Mm-hmm.
failed in the relationship. He said he failed to articulate himself properly. And he had
Mm-hmm.
Yaya on the left, and he had
And the other
Theory
girl. Yep.
on the right. And those were his
Mm-hmm.
two directs. And see, when Yaya went on today, she said she never liked the other girl from the beginning when she was still in West Virginia selling that body butter and that hair cream. She said she heard her in the kitchen while she was cooking the beans and rice with the coconut oil and the natural berries and juices, and heard this nigga on the phone, and something went up her spine, and she went in there and seen him with a erect towards this direct on the phone. He never liked her. She never liked him, her, them together in the first place. So she was already catching feelings. Now, here's the key. If you agree that Nature Boy did see our shows, right? And he responded in kind without giving us the propers and the dosage due, that I would suggest on top of that, and you please take this conversation over after this, that not only did he see it, but all his reflections sitting in that house in the rain and all his directs, that he keeps them handcuffed to him, and none of them other dudes have anything but Miss Rosie Palm on one hand and Miss Dick Beater on the other, and handcuffing all these hiddos. Now he get them in nature, and he's taking flicks. The flicks is the blackmail. Please speak on that relationship wise, because they couldn't understand. Well, nigga, if you fucking all of us, why can't we fuck any of them? Speak on it. Where you at, brother? I can't hear you. Hello, hello, DJ.
I think
There
it's
you go.
I think
Okay,
it's dropped out.
okay. Well, speak on it, Pit Boss.
I I'm kind of doing a few things in the background, so I'm not right in the middle of the conversation. I can hear y'all, but I'm moving around at the same time. But I mean, primarily for me, uh, I just know that I believe, like y'all said, I think that they watched the video. Um, to me, it was well laid out. It was factual. The Peter Pan syndrome is a deep research philosophy, theology that one can look up, research for themselves, and compare that to the Nature Boy syndrome. Brother Nature Boy, I know you're watching this show. You're welcome to come on this show and speak for yourself. Explain to us why your exodus of Babylon provides a more stronger solution for Black people
Oops, sorry
than
about
to,
that.
than to build a heavy economic base right here in what you call Babylon, and
Mm-hmm.
control some industries and move into the Star Trek, Star Wars, Avatar future. You living in the Avatar situation, wanting to. But the reality is that you really in Babylon. We see your videos go up. We see you hanging out with the Ticos and the Ticas, not respecting the land in which you are. We know that you got to go down to the Babylonian side street vendors, right? Now it's rainy season and you need the Babylonian blankets, the Babylonian tents. When are you going to start production? When are you going to start taking videos in front of a farm? When are you going to produce a product so that you can maintain? Or are you going to live off, little pocket change that you got? You got a few years, maybe a few months, who knows? Whatever you're working with. But if you're not investing yourselves into a STEM-based society, all you can say to them girls is, why did you lie to me? They couldn't find a trace of equality.
Mm-hmm.
Not in the fake. What's up with you, brother Kuda?
My bad, man. I had some difficulties, man. Nah, what you're saying is right, man. Man, at the end of the day, it's all a war in the mind, man. It's all a war in the mind, and it leaks out into the real world, man. It's just once rainy season come back, you right back in Babylon. You gotta, you can't do. That's like doing something for like 18 years straight, and then trying to take 2 years out of your life to stop doing it. Like, how do you do that?
Right. People living in that type of weather and not really accustomed to it, coming out of the Babylonian system that they call it. I mean, somebody's going to get sick one day.
Yeah, he's not no doctor.
Right. Somebody's going to slip off a rock and break a leg, scrape an arm. Then what? If you don't take it to the Babylonian hospital, you might have some other problems on your hand.
Mm-hmm.
See, he's creating this fantasy world that's cool for a weekend. I mean, for a few weeks.
It's a vacation.
It should be, but
yeah.
He's doing the break yourself when you get there routine, so that you're trapped there. Now, obviously, Yaya seems to have broken off the camp to go connect up, I think, with Nature Girl Fiery, or I'm not sure her name, but the girl who had left previously. So now they appear on the video together. And she said, hey, we living in a house. We got access to Wi-Fi. You know what I'm saying? And
yeah, she just flipping his hustle.
Right. So now what's going to happen is now she's going to need to get a job. Because if she plans to stay there without the comfort of the Nature Boy Resort, she's going to have to pay somebody something.
Yeah.
And so she either got to get some donations on GoFundMe or PayPal or Super Chat or something. Or she's going to have to go to work.
This is the thing though. She has a following. A big part of his is Nature Girl Yaya's following. That's why I was saying she's the glue. She has a following. Really, reason why they really sat there and listened to Nature Boy was because of Nature Girl Yaya. He had a remember I told you he had a forum on Blog Talk Radio where he was open to people to debate him and stuff. The first time I called there, most of the women that was calling there, they wanted to speak to Nature Girl Yaya. And the reason why Nature Girl Yaya is big is because she does the whole horoscope thing. Now, you see, women in Babylon, what they do is because, see, there's this whole fake conscious movement going on. And it happened in the early 80s and in the late 80s and stuff. With people rocking the Onks and this Black Power and we're Black Panthers and all that weird shit. They, people like to be a part of that shit, but they don't really study too deep into the shit. Like somebody like a girl that will talk to you and say, okay, I know about astrology, I know about Leos and Capricorns and all that stuff. Okay, cool. But she don't know about the houses. She don't know about the stars and when they align in the moon phases and all that other stuff. She's interested in it, but she's not dedicated to it. And these broads they turn 40 and all that other stuff, and they're regurgitating the same shit over and over and over again. So when you have a girl there saying, oh, you're a Leo, you like to laugh and all this other stuff, it sounds great. So she has a following So I'm pretty sure she knew that a lot of the people were there because of her. So she knew that she could break off, start her own tribe, and people will fuck with her just because of that. Just because she's not fucking with him. Because, you know, like I said, women will gladly be baby mother number three. It's a
So let me ask
story that we all seen. Yeah.
what about the time span that you're allotted to be there? How do they deal with that?
What do you mean?
Well, brother, that's more of a subject I could touch on with
Mm.
the legal,
Okay.
yeah, with the legalistics. But look, here's the thing I want to point out about what DJ Kuda is dropping heavy megaton, neutron, time destruct bombs is that basically when he came on the epilogue pit and he
Mm-hmm.
pointed out the whole relationship paradigm that this dude was trying to build out of imagination on a threefold level. Correct me if I'm wrong, Kuda, but you said he
Mm.
was doing the spiritual mac simp.
Yeah, on a three level. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. So I'm gonna just skip over that.
Mm-hmm.
But basically, at the end of the day, he was just simping.
Yeah.
Okay, and when DJ Kuda pointed out about the relationship thing, that he was using the Peter Pan imagination game, and he couldn't really explain the monogamy versus polygamy thing because we
Mm-hmm.
aired out the fact that he's anti-production. He doesn't
Mm-hmm.
want to have babies or kids there
Mm-hmm.
because it creates responsibility. You see what I'm saying? Then the Peter Pan syndrome is over. You got to grow up and take care of these kids that, as DJ Kuda so eloquently laid out, get
Mm-hmm.
sick, run off, are curious, want to stick damn
Yeah.
wires in the outlets, go in the forest and play with the animals and pet them. You see
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? So once that was laid out and we effectively, collectively cracked their pineal gland of that spell and their eyes didn't cross anymore and went back out to look straight ahead, then the questions arose that the brother couldn't answer. Now I'm gonna fall back and let you brothers expound on that because
Mm-hmm.
Nature Girl Yaya is on the independence mode. She's
Wait,
like the Harriet Tubman.
wait. You totally missed out the point I asked in the aspect of the passport and how do they deal with, what's going on with that?
Oh, very easily,
Mm-hmm.
bro. Simply
It's
put.
a loophole.
Okay, what it is this: you have 90 days to stay there without a visa. Okay, here's the loophole to get out of that. Kino pointed it out that if you go across the border to Panama on the south side or
Mm.
Nicaragua to the north side, right?
It
Then
resets it, I
if
think.
if you stay for a day or two at a hostel, when you come back in, you get a fresh 90 days. It's called a jiggy bop. I had a Japanese girlfriend back in the day, and her whole
Mm.
thing was she'd be like, "All right, I'm gonna go to Mexico. Come on down here with me. I'll pay for everything. Let's stay for 3 days and 3 nights, and then we come back." I'm like, "Why?" She's like, "So I can extend my stay with a you."
I like Japanese girls. They're cool, man. They're pretty cool. But yeah,
But
man.
but but see, that's the jiggy bop. That's the
Yeah,
jiggy bop. You
it's a
you go across
loophole.
the border for a couple of days, you spend little pesos or whatever, and then you come back. Any country in the world, even when I went to China, they would
Mm.
let you back in and re-give you a fresh stamp with a fresh 90 days.
Yeah, because it resets it. That's their rules. Yeah, it resets it. Mm-hmm. Dang.
Well, then,
What's Well, see, with
uh,
the whole thing that nature isn't a place for a child, man. Not in no damn like Brazilian type rainforest, man. That ain't no place for no kid. And at the same time, man, she listened to it and the jig is up. Like she heard it. You know what I'm saying? He has videos where he's like kissing her hand and I respect you and hugging her and all this stuff and like yes, we're connected. It's like, dude, the jig is up. And then the crazy thing is that she wants to have it. I know she had the. This is the thing about women. that a lot of women don't understand and a lot of guys need to understand. No matter how bad you are, no matter what you do, as men, I am glad to say that we're like wine. We get better in time. Oh, we're the reddest of the wine. You have to understand, Father Time hits women a lot different than it hits us. You know what I'm saying? Like women, after a while, she like, listen, nigga, I need to have kids. My uterus is pounding. Something has to do something. And what this nigga trying to do, he not in a position for that. And then when you get his views on children and shit, and you can connect the dots, and you out there and you seeing what's going on, you see what I'm saying? Like that, the shit doesn't add up. The shit
Well,
doesn't
Kuda
add
love,
up.
Kuda love. The thing is, the
Mm-hmm.
woman's nature is to bear children. And
Yeah,
when he says he can fuck everybody but not have babies, it's
yeah.
counterproductive to his whole paradigm of nature
Exactly.
boy.
Exactly. Exactly. Because see, sex is taken out of this is the problem with sex nowadays, and what people don't understand. Sex is taken out of its original context. For a man, this is why we get into a lot of fuckery as men. Sex is a form of entertainment for a man. It's like a sport. So it's like when you commit to one woman, talking about polygamy, when you commit to one woman, you're basically saying, it's like saying, okay, I like football, but do I want to play football for the rest of my life? Sometimes I might want to dabble with basketball. I want to get on the court a little bit. I want to see if I have it. But when you're like saying, okay, I want to be polygamous, it's a commitment that you make to yourself, not to mess around with other women, not to do what you're put on this planet for, not to sit up here and spread your seeds and stuff like that. You know, a lot of guys don't know, like, with sex and everything, it's like it's so taken out of context, it's ridiculous, man. And women are looking at it in a total different situation, especially a woman her age. She's like, look, what am I doing? I'm out here, I'm trying to enlighten myself, I'm trying to be a bigger woman and do what I have to do. And who am I following? Because I know she knows she can find a dude in Babylon and have some little children and have a nice family and this, that, and the third. She don't got to deal with a guy that left America, went to Costa Rica. Oh my God, now he's screwing all these other women. But damn, I'm supposed to be with him. It's the feeling's gonna get involved. You see what I'm saying?
For sure.
Yeah,
Now,
and that's what I said. The feeling, somebody gonna get hurt feeling wise.
now she looked totally different in the
Mm-hmm.
video,
Mm-hmm.
the recent video, than she was just a week ago. What you
Yeah.
think that's about? Like, what is that experience? That
He
you
had to break. He had to break her off some paper. She knows too much.
mm-hmm.
And at the same time, I think they probably might do something where they kind of cross brand each other. He had to break her off some paper. I know how to, man. Listen, man. I'm young, but I know how this game goes, man. If I know I had to break, he had to break her off some paper, man.
Yo,
He had to.
Kuda. Nigga, you dropping so many cold jewels tonight, bro. I hope this shit goes viral. Just shout
Dude,
out your
man.
channel name real quick. Everybody go subscribe to the Relationship Guru because he keeps it plain and simple. He
I
ain't
mean,
no
I'm just
Shirley
chilling.
Temple, but he'll make you smile with that dimple. You can put a nickel in your
Yeah.
cheek. Please, watch your face now, bro, and keep dropping them
Man.
jewels because see, part of simple that broke this shit down was your epilogue, dog.
Yeah, I
Speak on it.
tried. I tried, man. I'm just a dude spitting game, man. I'm just here to let y'all know, man, it's in me, not on me, man. And y'all brothers too, man. Y'all good at what y'all do, man. I have high respect for y'all because y'all definitely put things in a perspective that it needs to get put in a perspective. And we're chopping up so much game and we're breaking down so much game. A lot of it's gonna go over people's heads, but man, just tune in. Tune in. All three of us got something for y'all, and that's some real shit, man. And I like the platform, man. Man, Digital Pitfalls, man. You do your thing, man. I love both of you guys, man. It's just this is just great, man. I just everything that we're saying is unfolding. You know what I'm saying? We're some real dudes. We're talking about something really real, and like I just wish everybody in the world was like this. But it's cool because the people that listen that understand game. That's the people that we want to talk to. We don't want to talk to somebody that can't take the message out of a situation or can't take the message out of what's being said. So that's all I gotta say. And we all still learning, man. We teachers. We not trying to say we better than nobody or we're doing something bigger than nobody. We're just chopping up game. We're just telling y'all what it is. We giving it to you straight chase. It was straight lace, no chase, basically.
Okay, now for DJ Kuda and for Black Ink, I need
Yes.
both of you guys to kind of give us what you might think will take place in the preceding month based on all the narrative that's up front at the moment. What do you see happening within like the next month? We're in this rain season. She's left. We got what is it, 7 people left at the camp or something like that.
I got three
What?
things already.
Yeah, break it down, brother. Give us a little interlude into the mood of what you're seeing coming forth.
All right, because I already thought this out. Y'all left. So three things could happen. Nature Boy could reinvent himself again, push forward, or promote another. Because this is the thing. Nature Girl Yaya. What y'all have to understand is that she has what's called influence. So her spot's open. There's another slot. If he's gonna be a real hustler and a real pimp about his game, he needs to put another girl in position. But he has to be smart about what girl he puts in position to be there. So his bottom bitch is gone. So he has to put another woman in position to fill the void and move on with what he's trying to do. So either that can happen, or motherfuckers are gonna start getting sick. He's gonna be on the decline. See, this shit right here can make or break. This is the essence of a real pimp. This is the fall that you take where you're like, do I really still want to do this shit? Am I still committed to this shit? This is what it's gonna take. So that can either happen. He can either be on the decline, more people start leaving, he losing subscribers, people start seeing through his bullshit, motherfuckers get sick, shit start happening. Project Costa Rica is over. Those are the two things that can happen. And now, number three, he can either since he I know he broke Yaya off some bread. I ain't stupid. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't born yesterday. So Yaya got broken off and she doing her own thing. They can cross brand and take Melanation to a different level because both of them share the same interest. Yeah, we disagree on the polygamy thing. Cool, cool, cool. But we both share the same ideology of being in touch with nature and doing all this other thing. So you know what? Yeah, you got your fan base. Yeah. I got my fan base. But let's take it and do something bigger. Cause it's still gonna be in other. As a woman, you still need guidance from a man being out there in nature and doing whatever you're doing. You know what I'm saying? So she's still gonna need his guidance and his expertise in certain situations because he gave her the game. Y'all knows the game. You're not just gonna break off and then do that. You coming from Babylon, going out, hanging out with this dude, seeing how shit goes. Okay, yeah. She sat back, she learned the game, she see how things could get. So she might be building a bigger melanation than he is. So those are the three things that can happen. Those are the three logical things that I can see happening. Now, some other stuff might happen. I don't know, but I'm just making a bank on those three things, man.
Okay, Black Ink, let's hear your perspective of the next month to come. Young DJ Cody just gave us a cold break. He gave us 4 bars. That's a Kit Kat. Yeah.
Man.
So what you got for us, Black Ink? Can you make us think? Unmute the mic, Black Ink. We can't hear you through the muted mic.
I'm sorry, brother. You know, I'm off that irk and jerk a little bit. It's a night
Hey
off,
man, hey
but I got
man,
the three
it's
way,
great.
got the three-way piggyback to saddle back. Man, I was driving home tonight with my son and his mom, and my second son by another baby daddy at the track meet citywide,
Mm.
right? And so we on the way back, we passed by the equestrian center by Griffith Park. And this woman riding across the street in her horse. She on her horse with the little horse hat, you know, and the chaps, the Ralph Laurens, and the way she was just riding that horse was so sexy. Then me and my son was looking at her, and the mama, my son, mama was like, "What are you niggas looking at?" Because
she
she was
know,
just
she
riding
know
it.
what y'all looking at, man.
Now, here's the triple play. uh I call it the passport players. That's a triple play, P3, PQ, right? Passport players, or in the lines of the duty of DJ Kuda, love, not hate, is the Playboy player pimp perspective. The
Mm.
Playboy player pimp. So I'm gonna give you the triple P. Nature Boy's dealing with a paradox, right? Of monogamy versus polygamy with a genocide program of non-reproductivity because he says we're all immortal. We could just fuck
Mm.
without consequences. But see, the laws of nature is if you do that without a condom, the likelihood of the woman getting pregnant is higher, especially out in nature. It
Mm.
is what it is. It's the laws. Okay, so that's the paradox. Then it's his paradigm. His paradigm is based on the Peter Pan. I don't want to grow up. I want to be a Toys R Us kid. Uh, you can't make me no matter what. I'm taking the Runaways Never Never Land. So his paradigm is based off of Peter Pan, and as DJ Kuda said, imagination. And the imagination with the paradigm always seems to contradict one another over time. And we're definitely in the sudden death over time. Now, the third
Yes.
part of it is this: the paradox, the paradigm, and then the perspective.
Mm. Three
Yaya
P's.
left, and she's busting him down, and he has no defense. Now, at first, I would say this: the perspective he had when he saw the video that we did in two parts. This is the third part of the trilogy, right? When he
Yeah.
seen that, they seen that too, and there was a
Yeah.
lot of questions that couldn't be answered. And so Yaya, and I started going in on her, but I predicted this. I was like, she building a case on you and measuring you, dude. You better be careful where you stick your erect in the direct. Go back
Yep.
and do the file check. And that's what ran it through. First he went to baby mama, then he went ayahuasca and talked about androgyny, which was a
Mm-hmm.
response to you, Kuda love. And then now she left a week later and he posted shit and pulled it down. She posted shit, he's posting it up. He has no response. So in next month, the rain's gonna get more
Thicker.
intense. The snakes and the dart frogs and the spiders are gonna come out. They are not gonna be able to sleep in them tents. They're gonna have to go back in the Babylon house. They're going to the Babylon water holes, and you're gonna see on their videos in the next month where they're
Mm.
dealing in those 2 or 3 hours of sunlight, right?
Mm.
You're going to see a lot more Costa Ricans in there. You're going to see a
Mm.
lot more divisiveness in the tribe where they're not moving as one. They're going to be
Mm.
broken up. Some people are
Mm.
going to stay home. Some people are going to leave. It's getting cold. It's like a summertime, wintertime type of deal when it's on the equator. Wintertime is the wet time. It stays wet all day, all night. And that's the time they're in, and it's just beginning. So in the next month, it's going to get wetter, more mosquitoes, the dengue fever. You go on the line and check the Googles on dengue, Dengue fever,
Mm.
Costa Rica, and you'll see they got like 40, 50,000 cases every year
Damn.
around this time in the wet season. Spider bites, snake bites, they got the bullet ants, They call them bullets because if you get bit, there's nothing you can do, no hospital, no medication that'll take the
Mm,
pain away like you just got shot. So I
mm,
hope I answered the question for what's happening in the next month. And that's why you notice the women putting their clothes back on and covering themselves and then going back in the house. And their broadcasts are more staged, like the moon landing. So I hope I answered your question, Pit Boss. Now let me mute out and everybody speak.
man,
Okay.
there's a luxury being behind four walls, man. There's a real big luxury being behind four walls. People don't understand.
Okay. So what I kind of learned from you guys, and what I'm looking at is, I think this is the first true um, monsoon season that they about to see.
Yeah,
Trying to make it or break it in that kind of season is rough. You know, when that is not what you're used to, right? As you guys explained, all of these spiders and snakes and frogs and all these various animals and dengue fevers. As soon as some of that hit that camp, anybody get hit with a bullet in, anybody catch a dengue fever, it's on. That
yeah.
means that Nature Boy got to get to spending. If he want to maintain the camp, he gonna have to spend some bread. He gonna have to make sure everybody is well fed and they eat more than once a day. He gonna have to
Mm.
share the women.
You have to change up.
Yeah, he got to put
Yeah.
his up on it. He got to share the women so that everybody doesn't feel like Yaya felt. Yaya said she couldn't even sit down and have a conversation in depth, or because then he might feel she getting too close to him. So that
Mm.
means that he has that, what you call that, personal feelings, right? You in your feelings.
Mm-hmm.
He ain't got that real pimp flavor. Like, he's not a real pimp. Because a real pimp wouldn't give
He's
a
not.
damn about that shit. You feel what I'm
He's
saying?
not.
But he's more on some, I'm trying to wife him. So he's trying to wipe a couple of them, but he's not prepared. And that money can only last for so long if you don't have a program behind the money. So he's going to move. He's going to think about that. And I'm looking at within the next 30 days, somebody else is going to exit the camp due to the difficulties of living there, or else they got to all move inside the Babylonian house.
I give it less.
You give it less. Well, I'm just doing a 30-day,
No,
just
no, no, no. I understand. Yeah, I get
things
that. Yeah.
happening the next day. I'm just saying, if we was to
Mm-hmm.
all come back here in 30 days and make a report, these type of things would have taken place. Also,
Yes. Yeah.
also, someone else is going to come to the camp. Someone else is going to fill that seat. He's on
Yes.
that phone. He's on that internet. He's out there reaching. He's ready to spend some money. It's
Yes.
time to spend some money in a case like this. You got to use the Babylonian dollars to get somebody out of Babylon. And so you should be seeing the newest member to the camp, and we could definitely expect it to be a woman for sure. You
Of
know,
course.
and then for the males who's headed down there, it's not a lot of women there. So what
Yep.
kind of men must you be? That
The guys there, they're not really gonna feed into that philosophy, not for too long. There's a saying. You ever heard the saying "brace for the winter"?
yeah.
Yeah, and they're not prepared. And the main thing about being out in nature is preparation. You can't be a free flower in nature. You can't say, "Oh my God, look at the air, look at the birds, look at this." All them shits will kill you after a while. To be a real man and to be in touch with nature, you need to be what's called a survivalist. You need to learn how to survive off a drop of water. You need to learn how to build a tent using fucking stems from trees and shit. You like people don't understand shit. This is the funny part. I'm from Babylon, but I can tell you this. You know what I'm saying? I'm listen, man. When you're really thankful, what you practice is called gratitude. And you have to practice a lot of gratitude. I'm grateful that I got four walls blocking the wind from hitting my face because it could hurt if it gets real cold and shit. This dude is not a pimp. He's a gigolo. And let me tell you, let me break down some gigolo game for you guys. And I know you guys already know, but just for the listeners and everybody. A gigolo gets paid Women pay to have sex with this type of man. So a gigolo sees a woman at one of her lowest points where she's desperate. But usually with desperate women, what happens is they turn, women are emotional. So they can turn something that's not a necessity into a necessity. There's a difference between wanting something and needing something. But when a woman gets emotional about something that she desires a lot, she will confuse her mind into thinking that it's a necessity. I said this in my shows, and I wish people would really listen to what I'm saying. When a woman is stressed out, she will, in a lot of cases, give instead of leaving. She will give more. And this is the same illusion that these women have these guys under when they friend zone them. They're like, oh, well, if you take me out to this restaurant and if you give me just a little bit more, you can get what you want. You can have me. You can, and it's the same thing. And this is the thing, when that illusion is shattered, they are gone. Women love lies. They do not like the truth. The truth put an end to every single thing. The truth is some real fucking shit. And this is the shit that motherfuckers do not want to deal with. They would love a lie. If I lie to you, I can stay with you for 7 years instead of 5 years because I give you a journey. Some women know their man is cheating, but you know what? They stick around because they actually want to see it. They actually want to have fucking proof.
Hold
They
on, hold
actually wants to see that
Kuda,
shit.
Kuda. You giving up too much for free, man.
Too much jewels, man.
Hold on. Just take a time out real quick, bro. You giving up way so much game, brother.
I'm
Take a
telling you,
little time
man.
out, a pause for the cause, because here's the thing. You just gave me two Hollywood literary references, right?
Yes.
You gave me three. The Hugh Hefner, the Hugh Hefner Playboy, the straight gay dude that always had a bunch of bunnies around him. What
Mm-hmm.
I like to call the spear chucker with his jungle bunnies, right?
Yes.
Then you got, okay, this superficial shit where he's trying to play Willie Dynamite. That's a
Mm-hmm.
movie about pimping.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying?
You have to the trick, man.
He wants to be independent, but still play by the quote unquote rules.
Yep.
And he never wins. But he always seems to find a way to justify and rationalize coming out on top, even if he
Mm-hmm.
has to go against other people. Then you got the breakaway. I say it again, the Harriet Tubman of the camp. See, first Kino was the Frederick Douglass.
Yes.
Now you got Yaya, the Harriet Tubman,
Yes.
and she over there with Sojourner Truth.
Ain't
So
I a woman, huh?
I told Pit Boss this, and I'm gonna say it live.
Yeah.
Hell hath no fury
Of
than
a
a black
scorn.
woman
Who's
who's
scorned?
been scorned.
Man, ain't that the
Now,
truth?
having said that, she has a story to tell. And Pit Boss, I'm waiting for the next question from heaven or hell.
Mm, that's some real shit right there, man. That's some real shit right there.
Well, I think you brothers pretty much wrapped this one all the way up in the burrito bun.
Man.
So if you could, unless you got, give us some nice closing on this situation for now. We can always return, if some new information leap out. And also DJ Kuda, I know last time you came on, you spoke about a YouTube page, but I think you
Mm.
actually broadcast on somewhere else. Let us.
Yeah, I put it on my Facebook. Y'all can look me up at Chris Noirboise. That's my government.
All right, well, email me
Yeah,
that link and I'll put it in this video
I
description.
got you. Okay, cool. I got you. But
But
man, with this whole situation, man, dude, it's a story that we've seen so many times. Listen, y'all, we see this story so many times. Literally, we all individually told y'all how it's gonna play out. even on the show what I did with Kino, I already said when she leaves, the whole shit's gonna fall apart. But now, plot twist, this could show how much of a person Nature Boy is, because this could be his biggest bounce back if it's in him, not on him. A lot of pimping or whatever you trying to do is on a lot of people. It's not in them. So this could be his bounce back, or this could be his downfall. This could be Nature Girl's upbringing, or this could be her downfall also. Because now you have a woman at the helm of what she's trying to do. And I'm pretty sure she's going to try, in a certain sense, recreate what Nature Boy did, because now she has a blueprint. But I don't know how both of them are gonna spin it. It comes down to how both of them are gonna spin it. Cause we just sitting back eating popcorn right now. Cause this, I mean, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but this ain't bad news to us. We seen it coming. We seen it coming. So, you know, and then a lot of this shit that he says contradict themselves. Like I said, I brought up the whole contradictory thing. Same thing, Black Ink. You brought up the whole contradictory thing. The thing is that, man, one moment a white girl's there and, oh, well, she needs to get in tune. She needs to be connected. Now he's talking about, are you European? What's going on? He's bouncing back and forth with imagination, religion, and then spirituality. The jig is up. The jig is up. And then the weather too. Now you have this master teacher. Before you can call yourself a master teacher, you have to look at yourself as a master leader. How is he gonna lead you between this Costa Rican fucking rain season? How are we gonna lead you through that? These snakes and shit, biting motherfuckers, man. These snakes don't give a fuck, and these damn dart frogs don't give a. You touch one of them dart frogs, let your skin come in contact. You don't even have to be in Babylon or Costa Rica. Let your skin come in contact with one of these damn dart frogs, bro. You're gonna have a problem on your hands. So this is the thing, man. A big part of being in nature, what man is disconnected from and don't realize, especially a man that comes from Babylon, is that you have to be a survivalist. You have to be a survivalist. You have to know how to survive in nature. It's one thing surviving for yourself, and it's one thing surviving in a herd. Why you think motherfucking cows and goats and shit, when they see a lion positioning himself to run up on the damn herd, be tipping away and shit? You can't. How you? I'm done. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. I have nothing to say. That's all I'm gonna say.
Good love. Dropping them jewels.
That's all I'm gonna
Hit
say.
y'all with them nuclear megaton neutron bombs.
I try, man. I'm just a guy just spitting common sense with a little bit of logic and a little bit of game, man. That's all it is, man. I really can't tell you how this is gonna play out, but I just gave you a rubric as to what's gonna happen, and hopefully he listens to the show since he's listening, because we are the only ones out here putting down big game, going in and literally taking the fucking conscious community and just molding it, because y'all are sitting there believing in this dude, thousands upon thousands of people, and look how we're the light in the midst of darkness, showing y'all literally what's going on. It's up to y'all. It's up to y'all. Y'all can be conscious. Y'all can go out there in Costa Rica and find out what that dark frog poison feel like. Them bullfrogs find out. Eat the dark frog. The bullfrog dies, and then the dark frog crawls back out and goes about his damn business. Come
Yo,
on.
Kuda. Give him a break, man. Cause see, this is too much to ingest and digest.
Man.
Let him feed on this for a couple of days and marinate. You feel me?
He got to work his way into the
we'll,
fabric, man.
man, within the next 72 hours, something gonna jump.
Something gonna jump. I already know something going.
You said before, you're like, you know what? Maybe we could be overthinking this Black Ink and Pit Boss. Maybe none of this
Mm-hmm.
will happen. But
Hey,
then
man.
it happened.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
Mm-hmm.
people want to know what's the next move on the chessboard because remember, Bishop, Eligio Religio, Ego Man. He's a master at chess. He puts the crown on the bishop piece on the
Mm-hmm.
board. And
Mm-hmm.
Pit Boss and I play chess. I don't know if you do,
Oh,
but
I play a lot of chess.
well,
Chess is
look,
the best
well, look
game.
here. Let's leave them off with this here, and Pit Boss close the show, and we'll be back within 3 days or less.
Mm-hmm.
All right, this was DJ Kuda and Black Ink, the Melanation, Fragmentation, Dissemination.
Mm-hmm.
So the move is on you, Bishop.
Well,
You just
hey, before we go, can I say one thing?
go ahead, brother.
Anybody that plays chess knows that the bishop in both, because you have two bishops, they're either on the white square or the black square. They control one color and move diagonally. Let that sink in.
Mm.
Let that
Well,
sink
you
in.
got to move in a diagonal fashion through the forest.
Yep.
We're looking for Robin Hood to save the day.
Hold on, Pit. Let me before you close out. I got to add on. I'm sorry. I apologize for interrupting. Kuda, mute your mic because we about to close out. On that note about the bishop, when I play chess, the bishop represents the cardinal or the pope of the church. The bishop represents religion on that diagonal, black or white. Pit Boss, please close us out.
This is Digital Pit Boss. Peace and good night.